All right, it's time for my annual way too early 2026 Bears mock draft. I do this every year. Once the draft wraps up within a week or so, I look ahead to the next draft, and obviously a lot's going to change. Prospect rankings, guys are going to move up, guys are going to move down. Guys who we think you go in the first round may not even enter the draft, but going to do 5 rounds. The PFF mock draft simulator goes 5 rounds already, so shout out to them. And we're going to go through that exercise. Now, I do want to just kind of look ahead, too. This is kind of how I see the likely needs for next year. Now, things could change based on current players and free agency next year and all that, but in no order, I think edge rusher, safety, because both Brisker and Byard and Elijah Hicks and Jonathan Owens, your top 4 safeties are all free agents as of now after this year. Running back, linebacker, offensive tackle, I think those end up being your top needs. Now, offensive tackle, if one of Jones or Trapillo secures that spot and you feel comfortable with that player moving forward, then you're probably good there. But I think those top 4 in particular, you're definitely going to need to add, and you can never go wrong adding offensive linemen either. So I think those are your top needs for now. Let's go ahead and dive into it. All right, this mock draft is based on reverse Super Bowl odds, so Bears right there in the middle. That's an upgrade from winning 5 games. Jeremiyah Love, the running back out of Notre Dame. I think this kid's pretty special. I think right now he's the one guy just looking ahead to the college football season and potentially next year's draft of, okay, if he has another year like he had last year, he could be a first-round pick as a runner, explosive with the ball in his hands. He's had a couple of highlight reel hurdle plays already. I think he averaged like 7 yards a carry last year. As well. He can catch the football, 19 total touchdowns. I just really like his skill set, and I think this would, projecting ahead, middle of the first round is proper range for what he brings to the table. And listen, this running back room right now, how's it going to look in a year? No idea. If Swift has a great year, he's probably back on the 3rd year of his deal. If he doesn't, he's an easy cut or trade candidate. Roschon Johnson, if he doesn't take a step forward, he could be off this team or just have a diminished role moving forward. Kyle Monungai, I like him. Ideally, he shows enough this year, then maybe Jeremiyah Love is kind of the more complete back that you pair with Kyle Monungai. That would be a fun 1-2 punch. Obviously, Travis Homer's a special teamer. Ian Wheeler, TBD on how he plays. But as of now, I kind of think running back becomes a priority next year. Now, that could change. Again, a lot of this could change, both from prospects, the Bears' needs, etc. But if you're asking me right now, is running back a priority next offseason? I would say so, given this offseason there was a lot of buzz, and it just ended up not quite working out in the draft. Okay, who is your favorite college football team? That's kind of how I do a lot of my early draft work, is I'm just a junkie. I'm watching all day on Saturdays. I'm watching on Thursday and Friday nights as well. Who is your favorite college football team? I'm a TCU alum, as you guys know. Maybe you're a Notre Dame fan. Who's your squad? Let us know in the comments. Okay, Derrick Moore, the edge out of Michigan, who's kind of been like a rotation guy, but the last couple of years has been pretty productive, has 9 sacks over the past 2 seasons for the University of Michigan. You look at his numbers last year, the pass rush win rate was pretty good as well, just under 14%. That's above average, so I like that. You'd like him to beef up a little bit, especially for a Dennis Allen scheme, so we'll see if he ends up being a scheme fit or not. But you think about Michigan, right? They lost Josiah Stewart. They lost both of their interior pass rushers. Like, Moore is going to be kind of like a top dog there this year. Like, he's going to be one of their primary defensive linemen. So if he could take that next step, be a little bit more consistent, he could be a first-round pick potentially. But for sure, day 2. And, yeah, I still think edge is a position that you're going to want to add, whether it be a top-line player or some depth, right? Montez Sweat, if he has a big year this year, he'll certainly be back. Dangbo's here for at least 2 years. Austin Booker, we'll see. If he plays well this year, then he's coming into his own entering year 3. That's great. The rest of that group, though, at edge is kind of just guys, right? Like Daniel Hardy, more of a special teams player. Who knows if Dominique Robinson's even on the team this year? Maybe Shamar Turner plays some edge for you as well. That remains to be seen, but I still think edge is positioned to target moving forward. Okay, one of the more fascinating players to me entering this college football season is Harold Perkins Jr., the linebacker out of LSU, very versatile player. We will talk about him here in just a second and kind of just go through his journey, as it's been a wild one. But if you want to get a Colston Loveland jersey. You can pre-order one right now. He's rocking 84. Chatsports.com/Loveland. That is chatsports.com/Loveland. Click and shop today. Pre-order them. You are going to get your jerseys in the near future. Okay, Harold Perkins, as you look through his year-by-year numbers. If you remember his freshman year, he was a phenom. It was like, this guy's going to be a future number 1 pick. 72 tackles, 7.5 sacks. He's all over the place. He can cover. He can drop into coverage. He can blitz. He does it all. Second year, still pretty good, but wasn't quite as dominant of a player, but was still on a good trajectory. And then last year, he tears his ACL, and they made the weird decision he's only going to be an off-ball backer, not a blocker, off-ball linebacker in year 3. And he wasn't playing that well in that role. LSU's defense was a mess, and Harold Perkins then tears his ACL. So just a disastrous season. This guy was getting number 1 pick buzz after his freshman year. By the end of his freshman year, I remember thinking, is this guy the best player in college football? He was getting Heisman buzz as a defensive player going into his sophomore year. Still had a good year his sophomore year, but not as dominant. And then last year, they make him strictly an off-ball linebacker, and that just limited his skill set. This year, I read the other day, they're going to use him as like an off-ball nickel hybrid. I'm like, get this guy downhill. I don't really get what they're doing. But I think what's gone wrong, other than the ACL tear, is I think LSU has misused this guy. This guy is a playmaker, especially when coming downhill. Use him in that way. I mean, we saw how dominant he could be early on in his career. And then it's just kind of slowly gone downhill. As far as, projecting the Bears next year, we talked about linebacker, but if he can get back to being this versatile chess piece, maybe he's like a blitzing will linebacker that you can also drop into coverage and do different things with. I don't think he's like a true like Micah Parsons comp because he's not big enough like that. But like, could he be like next year's Jalen Walker with better off-ball linebacker skills? I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility. I like him best as a frequent blitzing linebacker. I think that's what he is. It's what we saw early in his career. He was really good at it. And then LSU was like, oh, let's get bland with him. Yeah, great idea, Brian Kelly. Really good coaching there. So we'll see what they do with him this year. Some rumors on how they're going to utilize him. Like I said, they might use him as like a nickel linebacker hybrid. And I'm like, no, don't get him backpedaling. Get him coming forward. But anyway, LSU's defense has been a mess the last few years. Okay, Xavier, I'm probably going to mispronounce this. I looked it up earlier, and now I've forgotten it. I think the N is silent. Nwankpa, the safety out of Iowa. I think that's the pronunciation. This guy's a fun player. I kind of just pulled up a few highlights of him, and I'm like, okay, he's pretty physical. Iowa typically has good NFL defensive talent. You guys might be familiar with him. Projects as a box safety in the NFL. He's played a lot the last couple of years. Graded out well, especially against the run last year. Maybe this is your Jaquan Brisker replacement because unless Brisker has a fully healthy and very good season, hard to envision him returning. I hope he does. I like Kwani B, but the concussion thing, it's a problem. But he'll have a chance to prove himself this year, both in play and in ability to stay healthy. But regardless, at some point they're going to have to add safety next year because all the ones you currently have are projected to be free agents. All right, one more pick to go, but want to remind you guys that Bears Now is a family. We appreciate you guys tuning in here on the channel. Subscribe. It's 100% free. We got you guys covered. Okay, round 5, pick 155. Kind of have fun with this one. And by the way, that round 4 pick is via the Rams. Remember, Bears traded their own 4th for Joe Thuney, got the Rams 4th during the draft, so they have a pick in each round. Only a 5-round mock today. Caleb Lomu, the offensive tackle out of Utah, only a redshirt sophomore, but he started at left tackle as a redshirt freshman last year. Graded out very well. Only gave up 2 sacks the entire season. He's 6'5", right around 300, so he probably needs to put on 10 or 15 pounds. Chances are, if I had to guess, he plays 2 more seasons in college, but if he has a monster year this year, maybe he could come out. Yeah, he's got a bright future ahead. If he were to come out, if he played similar to last year and came out, he'd probably be like an early day 3 pick. But if he plays really well, maybe he elevates to day 2. Maybe he goes back to school, tries to become a first-rounder in 2026. But he's got the frame. He's got the technical skills. Obviously, I think he's still 19, about to turn 20. So bright future ahead. But, depending on what happens with the Bears, the other tackle spot opposite of Darnell Wright, whether it be Braxton Jones, Ozzie Trapillo, Krana Magaji. If you don't get a clear answer there, you could be in the business of adding another tackle next year. So there you have it, my way too early 2026 Bears mock draft. Jeremiyah Love, Derrick Moore, Harold Perkins Jr., Xavier Nwankpa, and Caleb Lomu. 5 players that have bright futures. Harold Perkins, I'm keeping an eye on him this year because I'm still a believer in his talent. Okay, favorite Bears pick in my way too early 2026 mock. If you had to pick one, let me know what it is. You can go chalk. You can say Jeremiyah Love. I know you guys want him. I think Jeremiyah Love for Bears fans is going to be what Ashton Jeanty was this year. I think everybody's going to be like, bring Love to Chicago. So we'll see if that happens a year from now. All right, my name is Harrison Graham. Thanks so much for tuning in. And let me know if you guys want, some draft content more frequently throughout the calendar. Obviously, we start to work some in during the fall when college football gets going. But if you want some more 2026 draft content, we could try to sprinkle some in throughout the rest of this offseason. My name is Harrison Graham. Bear down.